Well, hello fans and friends of Bob's Barn Workshop. Here I am sitting home now. It's let's see, the Tuesday before Halloween, so what's the 25th, 26th? Anyway, this project that I'm going to show you today, we did it up at Black Lake a couple weeks ago. We installed 1,000 square feet of LVP flooring, which is these particular pieces were 7.5 by 47 inches and a fraction long. The snap together stuff that's vinyl, that you have to use the blocks and stuff to wrap it together. Now it really isn't a how-to video. I'm just showing the progress on the project. But we get out on the front porch about halfway through the video, and I show more of the actual installation and how I cut it with an X-Acto knife, not an X-Acto knife, a utility knife, and I use one of those vibrating blade tools to cut the little notches for trimming around, and you needed the vibrating tool to cut off the bottom of the door casings and such to get the flooring under it. So I've got so much footage that I just haven't been able to keep up with sending you guys out videos. The other video that's in there is I'm going to put up soon, is now that we actually had to install the lower cabinets, which I'm going to show the flooring first and then the lower cabinets, but the lower cabinets had to go in first because you can't put this flooring underneath the cabinets. So I just wanted you to know that. We had our countertops, our stone countertops measured last week, so they're supposed to manufacture those and have them installed in a week or so. Hopefully to get it done before deer season starts here on the 21st, and I probably won't be back to the lake. So anyway, just wanted you guys to know what was going on. This is just a lot of work. My son-in-law and daughter helped me. You can hear the grandkids in the background. My wife and I did the bedroom, the other bedroom and the bathroom after they left. We did the porch alone. We had already done the, you saw me do the second story, or part at least, of the shower over in the barn. So I've been doing a lot of remodeling at the lake this summer, and this is just part of it. I just bought many board feet of 1x4 pine, knotty pine today to make all my cabinet faces, and I'm going to start working on all the doors for those cabinets, which requires a lot of finishing, so you'll see that too in the near future. Hopefully that'll all be done before November 21st. Alright guys, we'll see you on, and if you have any questions, be sure to comment, share, like, because when you click on those, that shares it with more people see me, I grow, and hopefully I can have fun for the rest of my life here bringing you guys DIY stuff that I'm doing. Alright, take care. Well, the cabinets are in, the bases are ready, so it's time to put the VLP in. Got the fan here. We're about a third done with the living room, dining room area here. Now you got 3 bedrooms to do. It's a big task, but a little after 1. We're doing alright. Cutting all these intricate cuts and notching around everything is what takes all the time. Video tour, yeah, it's a little dark in here. We were talking about putting in 1,000 square feet of LVP vinyl plank flooring. This is cider oak. Yes, it's all done through the hallway into the, working on the master bedroom. We've got about 4 feet left to go. We're all done in the hallway. As you can see, I've started some of the baseboard. This is the small bedroom. Of course, everything is in disarray because everything's out, but here's how I did the returns around the base of the floor. So this bedroom is completely done. No reason to revisit. This is what we used to call the kids' bedroom. It's huge. It's 12 by 12. Again, all LVP. And this needs the baseboard done. So after we get all the flooring down, we're down to as soon as we finish the master bedroom, we're going to have to do the bathroom, which we have to buy a new vanity for, it's only like 4.5 by 8, and we have the sun porch, which is 10 by 16. Oh, and there's my beautiful cat. She's making love to a black pillow. And there's all the baseboard. So the boss is in there vacuuming up some more sawdust. But we're 2/3 of the way across now. Alright, we'll catch you later. Baseboards are all done in here. I have just the doorway threshold strips to do. Master bedroom is completely done and put back together. I did all the baseboards in the living room, so that's done. This is all furniture from the porch. Hallway's done, bedrooms are done. So today, caulk the cracks for the threshold. Today, the 10 by 16 sun porch, which had linoleum on it, which always expanded because of the heat and cold. I forgot that we did a really nice lawn floor out here, so this is going to get the same treatment. I have to take the baseboards off to fit the LVP close to the wall. I hate to pull them all off, but I have to. And we'll be laying the LVP in here now. You've all seen it done, but maybe I'll film just a little bit of it. This is the last sequence. One trick is I'm going to salvage all the baseboards, so as I pull them off, I'm going to number the back and the wall where they came off. Now, these are mitered corners, so of course these straight ends we'll pull out first, but down here on the end it's mitered at each end. So I'm going to have to, oh no, was that a... No, it is a complete piece. So we're going to have to take the two sides off first before we can get that one off, I think. I might be able to swing it out, depending on how close to the corner it's nailed. Okay, so this is not an instructional video on how to do LVP plank flooring. I'm just showing you that this is what I'm doing right now. This is the kind that you don't have to knock together. They have different styles. Some of them, you have to drive them together from this end. This is the style that will just drop together. Now you gotta be careful. You line up your front edge. Get your first edge very straight. Alright. And then when they're lined up straight and plotted perfectly tight together, they snap just like that. So, now what we're going to do is I have some cut pieces here from other parts of the project. So I'm going to start another piece up here, and I kind of show you how this works. And then I'm not going to show you hours of this. You want to leave about a 1/4 inch around, because this expands, especially if this is unheated. I got some staples that are creeping up on me. I hope they don't turn out to be a problem in the future. But this is the only kind of flooring that's really good. Now, you put that together, this looks like about a 20-degree angle, and you wiggle and you push, and you wiggle and you push, and you start to drop it down, and she'll drop right in pretty tight. And you'll feel the resistance if it doesn't slip into that groove right. But I still want to drive it together, so I put my square back in there. You're going to need that later. You just... And if you got to hit it real hard, you ain't doing it right. And if you just tap it lightly, you see that get really tight. Alright. Now that square will come in later when we're cutting this. So as I said before, you take the corner, and you got to go from left to right at the top of the room. Butt that corner tight. Now that's slipped down here. I just got to smooth this a little bit. Hold on. There we go. That's good. Alright, got that one lined back up. And as I said, butt that corner, lift it up about 10-20 degrees. Start wiggling. And she'll drop right together. Back that camera up, would you? And then I have to lift that a little bit to get it to go together. You get these blocks. Buy yourself a kit with a mallet and a block, and I think what else is there that comes with the kit. That just got tight. You watch the crack. Oh yeah, you get your hooker. I'm not seeing any slippage of the crack at all. Now I can still slide the, there, this one's going tight, that one's tight. Tight. Alright, that's it. I'll show you when we do some cuts at the end, but that's it. Now one thing you need to do, keep that scrap over here, is when you're going to leave your door casings and stuff in place, you want to rip them down, you get yourself a scrap of the flooring, one of these vibratory tools, you put it up against, and then you trim that so it will slide up under. And right now I can slide this whole piece out, so again, I'm butting this perfectly square, perfect as I can get it, up tight. Use the soft side of the mallet, and that's knocked together flush. Now that should slide. There's some junk in there. I hope. That's all it is. There we go. You don't want to get it too tight. There we go. Alright. So now this isn't going to be probably the right way to do it, but I didn't want to notch every piece down this wall. So I'm going to glue a small piece. I need to vacuum very good. In here for the notch so I could use solid pieces. That was my plan. I'm sticking to it. So I got to measure this, cut that. I got this odd piece cut for the doorway. And I'm going to glue it so it doesn't slide around on me or pop out, because it's just going to be a little piece tucked back in there. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bead glue. Most of it will squeeze out because that's a very tight fit. So I've got my damp paper towel right here. Alright, here we go again. Alright. Rocking it into place. Now you don't want to glue this to the floor or anything like that, because that will cause it to pull apart and all that kind of stuff in the future. Now I'm going to pound this together with my hooker, I call it. Let's see. Right back in there, tight like that. And that's exactly what I was looking for. A nice, incredibly tight fit. And if I drive that against the wall, I can tighten that up even more. And I see a little bit of glue coming. Alright, what do you think? I like it. And I don't even have to seal around that with any brown caulking or anything to make it look sealed up. Alright, so we're just going to continue snapping. I have one notch down here I have for the bottom of the door casing. Then we can run a few runs. And then when we get halfway done, we're just going to move the furniture to the other side of the room. And we'll be done. And then I can put the baseboard. I saved the baseboard. This has pine rustic baseboard, and I wanted to use it over again. So again, butt it straight up to the end. See if I can catch it in screen. Here we go. Butt it up. Wiggle and drop. Right. Now this could be bent too. It's hard to keep these things on a perfectly straight line. There we go. So I got my square in there to hold it tight so I can wrap this a little bit. There, she tightened right up. When you can't see the crack, I think it's tight enough. What do you think? Well, about 2/3 of the way done, and we've been working on it for less than an hour, I would guess. It goes pretty fast, and we're old, so we're putzing along here. But leave yourself at least 1/4 inch at the end. Your baseboard's going to cover it. Turn it backwards, so the good end that goes here goes against the wall, so you can mark here. Makes it easy. Then you don't have to measure, you just compare and mark it. I use this block of wood. I use a square and utility knife with a nice sharp blade. And hold it down with your weight and just score first time to start a track. And then a couple scores, pretty firm. And watch this. That's how you cut it. No tools other than a utility knife. Okay, and then I guess I showed you before. Get your corner started right here. Lift it up about 10 degrees or so. A little wiggle as you pull. And you drop straight in. You get in your little kit, you'll get this little block. It has notches for different types of flooring. I don't like to hook it on the engagement part. I use the square edge and I drop it just over so it's pulling against the top edge. And if you have to beat the crap out of it, you're not doing it right. So you really should only need tapping if you're not lining it up right, I guess. Alright, we're going to take a short break. We've gotten to the point where we're down to the last row and I have to take that piece of baseboard off. And I think I got really lucky. Let's take a look. This is a lap joint which I cut at a 45 angle here back when I installed this. I try to protect it. Obviously, it didn't put a ton of nails in this, which is okay. I work my way along to the corner. You won't be able to follow me, but I'm just pulling this out of the corner of the wall down here. I'm using a piece of the flooring against the wall to help protect it from the pry bar. If you don't have a Wonder Bar in your collection, you need it. Alright, now here's the scan I'm talking about. If I take a knife and cut that tongue off, I won't even need to saw any of these. This is going to fit without any major ripping. So you can see how it lays here. My baseboard will cover that all up. This is my last room. I told the wife I think God gave me a gift of not having to rip them all. Alrighty, so we're going to finish taking the other piece of baseboard off. I got to pull all the nails out of this one. We'll come back when we're putting the last piece. Down to the nitty gritty here. I just need my mallet and my hooker. And these fit pretty tight to the wall. So my baseboard's going to cover just fine. It's hard to get them to come together on there. I guess if you get both ends, it kind of follows in. So then I just put the hooker over the edge. Whacker together. I don't care if they ruin that other edge because it's underneath the baseboard. One more full piece and a little cut. And this floor is done. I already put the baseboard back behind the couch so the couch doesn't have to move out again. Is this a good piece here, dear? Alright. Oh, as I said, the good Lord blessed me on this one. And it's funny, you can kind of feel it ka-chunk when it drops into the groove, right? Yeah, this is the only way you can hammer anything to tighten it up. Is with your hooker. And then I pound that groove down. Start from the inside here, work my way out. I've got one more, I don't know, 2 foot piece to go. We got a good piece here, kid?
No, I'm good.
I need one more piece, and all we got left is the bathroom. I got to do the bathroom tomorrow. New toilet, new sink vanity. Now, as I said, you put it backwards. The part that you want to join here, you put against the other end. And make you mock. I use this block of plywood because it holds it up high enough where the edge of my square will lock over it. And you start out with a couple of light strokes, just kind of create your track. And that literally snaps in half. Excuse me. Had a turkey sandwich. I had turkey last week, finishing up last year's leftover turkeys. So we got room for this year's turkeys. And this is the last joint to pound down on this porch floor. I have one little more project. It's just to put the baseboards back, but you don't need to see that. I'm just going to nail them back in with 2-inch nails. This one has to go back in next because it's a solid piece with a bevel on each end with a miter, so this one has to go in. Then I believe That one needs to go in. And then I'll be done. I can move my furniture back. Sorry guys. Well, looky here what we got done today. I've been just trying in a rush to get this done, guys. I haven't been able to film it, but we got the old toilet torn out, the old vanity torn out. There's the stub of PVC PEX, the old gray stuff, and that's what's coming up through here. What I wanted to show you is these couplings. These couplings, and you can see when I put one on the old PEX already. These couplings will fit any 1/2-inch pipe, be it PEX, be it the PVC that's this color, the CPVC. It's got no ring in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got that barbed fingered ring in there that grips. And you just put these suckers on and double tighten them, and they seal great. I've used them under the kitchen sink out here because I've got this old gray PVC PEX. And I need to, I'll show you the packaging. This says hot and cold water. It's made by Genova, is the packaging. They're a lot cheaper than shark bites. They come apart. It's hard to get that little ring off. I had to on some of them. Made by Genova. They come in this packaging. Find them in your local hardware store. I found some at Lowe's that I didn't like. But anyway, these things are great. They're $4.59 a piece and they're worth every cent. We've got the new sexy curved front vanity in here now. We're going to set the sink. I had to bore holes for the plumbing to come up behind, but this sink has got nice little drawer in the bottom. Just a small one, of course. I guess that's as far as it comes. You can put whatever in there. Then you got room for your cleaning products. And then the plumbing comes up in the back. So these things are awesome though. And all you do is push them on. Now I found another product that I want to use to go to my sink, or my toilet tank. And this also has a push-on PEX, PVC, copper connector, the valve, and the flex pipe to the tank all in one piece. Before we used to have a really ugly concoction of barb fittings, an old brass valve. Here, I'll show it to you. Sorry. This used to come out of the floor over here. And it's so ugly. And this, we're trying to do this nice. So this nice chrome one will look so much nicer. We can even paint that silver. So we got rid of this old concoction to the toilet tank. And so the new toilet's higher. We're tall people, so that works for us. Alright guys. We march on. We've got everything done here. The front porch, of course, I guess I showed you. The baseboard and everything is done. That's done. So the only thing left I have after this is the thresholds. And they're just screwing down a little strip and snapping in the threshold strip, you know, to cover these gaps. Alright, well the Black Lake Vacation Home bathroom total remodel is pretty much done. If you remember earlier this summer, we gutted the old tub, put in the 4-foot walk-in shower, redid the window trim so it's nice, had to build out the walls to fit the 4-foot shower because it was a 4.5-foot tub, big glass sliding door. So today we tore everything else out, put in the new LVP floor, put in the new sexy vanity. We reused the faucet, but it wasn't that old, so I just couldn't see not reusing it. It's actually got a drain type plug now, which it never had before. Freestanding look. It has self-closing doors, basically. I had to screw around a little bit with that plumbing, which was a pain. I thought I had another product that would have worked better, but it didn't. it wasn't long enough. American Standard double kind of flush toilet that and the sexy no slam seat. You can half flush or full flush. So what I have left to do is to put the plastic 3/4 inch foam solid vinyl plastic like this on those corners and the baseboard in here, and then we have 4 thresholds I have to put in, and the remodel that we were planning on doing here is totally done. And then of course there's the kitchen project, and I need to make all the doors. They're coming in a few days to measure for the tops. They'll manufacture them, and then they'll plan another day to come install them, and meanwhile I'll be making all the doors. I am pooped. It's been a rough week. Been working a lot of hours, running back and forth to the Lowe's and whatever to get the stuff, but I'm very satisfied and very rewarded that it's all done. And you know, I've always been a do-it-yourselfer, so that's why I have Bob's Barn Workshop. And I hope you guys pick up a few hints that helped you out. The plumbing under here was actually pretty neat. This thing has a little drawer in it, and I put some PVC pipe primer on there. I had to go to those. I showed you those sexy couplings. I went to those, shut off valves, flexible hoses up to the faucet. I got the double S type trap for this because I wanted it to be flexible in and out, and it has to go through the floor. Luckily the pipe was close enough to the floor, it just misses coming up through. I put the compression coupling down near the bottom. The adapter that goes from this 1.25 inches to the 1.5 inch pipe. New drain. So it's kind of neat. Totally upgraded. Fixtures anyway. Yeah, we didn't tear out the walls and change the wallpapery mobile homey stuff, but it is just a cabin. Right guys, I'm taking a shower. I'm hot and sweaty. Been a couple days. I'm ready for one. Water's been off. God bless. Take care.